Hello, my name is Tushar Sharma from Bennett University. My enrollment number is e19cse214 and today I am here to present my webinar on the topic computer viruses. So let's begin it. A computer virus is a type of computer program that executes itself, replicates itself by modifying other computer programs and inserting its code on others. There are many different types of computer viruses. Uh, Also, they are also known as malwares. Malware is malicious software that damages a computer without the owner's information or their consent. Types of malwares are viruses, worms, Trojan horses, adware, spyware. Let's take a look on each of these now. Viruses. A virus is a program that reproduces its own code by attaching themselves to other executable files. The virus code is executed when the infected file is executed. There are many files, like if you downloaded a torrent, then there may be a virus in it. It attaches itself with the file, and when you execute them, then that piece of virus code it runs and damages your system. We can't define the life cycle of a virus because if you don't execute the file that contains the virus, it will be like harmless to the system. If you executed the file containing virus, then it may or maybe not damages your system. Now here comes who writes the virus and why. Viruses can be written by anyone. For example, a hacker can write a piece of code to interfere in your system or to damage your system in their own ways. There are also some pranksters that they want to do a prank with a piece of code. Now, are all computer viruses harmful? So basically, most computer viruses are harmful and seek to destroy your data. But there are some kind of computer viruses that only take up only your disk space, and with time they uh, do may do or may do not damage a system. And some viruses are designed to make your system work inefficient, slow down your processor and all. What do computer viruses do? A virus can damage programs, delete files, and reformat or erase your hard disk, which result in reduced performance or even crashing your system entirely. And as you can see in this slide, I have also mentioned all the things that happens when your system having a computer virus: slower processing, decreased memory, a disk driver LED lighting up for no apparent reason, a screen going blank when you touch a certain letter on your keyboard. Is just it can also be a bug or a virus. Delete data, copy passwords. Basically, it has more. Now here comes the most important part. How do you get the virus in your system? So there are many ways to get a pass virus in your system. Some of them, major of them are sharing music media files like photos, videos, and other stuffs with other users, visiting an infected website, and there is something called spam mail, in which there are attachment with a mail that contains virus that also leads to your system failure and halt your system. There are downloading free games and media player and other system utilities. And viruses are contracted by downloading files from the internet. The files can be a movie file. You have also heard of around torrents. There are files of torrents, movie files. So how one can prevent from getting viruses? Some of the points I have mentioned in this slide. One of them is use less popular email clients. Virus developer don't target these email clients. Mac users are less prone to contracting computer viruses. Uh, Antivirus software is also a cure, but is not as efficient as it is. Run a virus scan on any downloaded files. It can be an .exe file or MS Word Excel file that you mailed to you or you mailed to somebody. Now in this slide there are some common types of viruses with short info of each of them. So here comes boot sector. Stage resides by infecting the boot sector of the system. Fat viruses are infecting the file allocation table of a hard drive. These usually cause a loss of file that are on a hard drive. Memory viruses executes in state and resides in the memory. Macroviruses are that viruses that attach themselves to the document in the form of macros. These usually found in Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel documents that have been mailed to you by some other sender. There is another type of virus also, CMOS virus. Viruses that makes themselves reside in this CMOS. These viruses can damage the hardware of the computer. Worms. A computer worm is a software program that is designed to copy itself from one computer to another without human interaction. Unlike a computer virus, a worm can copy itself automatically. How it copies automatically? Suppose if you have joined an external uh, storage media, then the worm attached to the external storage media, and when you use it on a new PC and on another PC, then it copies itself to the other PC. You might have heard of specific computer viruses included Caesar worm, Blaster, and the Configure worm. Trojan horses are designed to cause damage or do something malicious to a system, but designed as something useful. Trojan horses are designed to allow a hacker remote access to a target computer system. These are not like viruses because they don't copy themselves. Spyware are the software that perform certain behaviors, generally without appropriately obtaining your consent for, such as advertising, collecting information or data from your computer, changing the configuration of your system. For example, the appearance of the desktop can be changed, the wallpaper and something. If you see anything unusual, then it is a type of spyware. There are emails called spam mails that contains content that are sometimes annoying and consuming time, and sometimes there are viruses in the email spam that may cause harm to your system. There are some spams that contain a clickbait that may lead you to some kind of fraud. It can be related to money or something other. Now uh, now there is something called phishing. The fraudulent practices of sending emails supporting to be from reputed companies in order to induce individual to reveal personal information such as password and credit card numbers and something other that may cause in frauds. I have listed all the content of some of the email content that causes phishing. We have one of them. We suspect an unauthorized transaction on your account. To ensure that your account is not compromised, click on the link below and confirm your identity. If a person clicks on these links, then it may cause to a fraud. The fraud can be related to money or related to your information breach. So the bottom line or the main objective of this webinar is to prevent your computer from receiving viruses. Also, there are some kind of techniques that can be used to prevent from getting viruses. Keep up to date your system so that the virus, the types of viruses uh, in the internet. Don't open the emails that is suspicious that you don't recognize. from a legit sender or a name. Activate your firewall, and the most important, always back up your files for in case if your system got hold or get crashed, so you can mm, do a clean reinstall of a window and you can get your files back from the backup. So at last, I want to say that hopefully you will not be the victim of a virus. So thank you from my side. I hope you like the webinar. Thank you.